Okay, so I came back from the book festival, and I'm not gonna lie, the book collection was good. It was limited, but it was good. I couldn't resist the temptation, and I bought 4 books. And these books I got for a very good deal. And like, you'll be shocked when you get to know the prices, because I know I wouldn't get these books at this price anywhere else. So, yeah. I realized I did not mention this, but I got all of these for 150 each. So out of these 4 books, 2 are the ones that I've heard of, and 2 are new to me. The first one is The Mercies by Kieran Millwood Hargrave, and the cover is beautiful as well. So it's about, I'll read the synopsis. On Christmas Eve 1617, the sea around the remote Norwegian island of Vardø is thrown into a reckless storm. As Maren Magnusdatter watches, 40 fishermen, including her father and brother, are lost to the waves. The men folk wiped out in an instant. Vardo is now a place of women. 18 months later, a sinister figure arrives, summoned from Scotland to take control of a place at the edge of civilized world. Absalom Absalom Cornet knows what he needs to do to bring the women of Vardo to heel. With him travels his young wife Ursa. In Vardo and in Marin, Ursa finds something she has never been before: independent women. But Absalom sees only a place flooded with a terrible evil, one he must root out at all costs. Inspired by the real events of the Vardo storm and the 1621 witch trials, The Mercy is a story about how suspicion can twist its way through a community and love that may prove as dangerous as it is powerful. That sounds really good. Also, it's set in 1600s, meaning that witch hunting was a thing at that time. So I'm really curious to see how that thing is incorporated in this book. Another book that I bought, which I already knew about, was The Glass Hotel by Emily St. John Mandel. So I think her most popular book is Station 11, which is a dystopian book. And yeah, let us read what it's about. A captivating novel of money, beauty, crime, and moral compromise in which a woman disappears from a container ship off the coast of Mauritania and a massive Ponzi scheme implodes in New York, dragging countless fortunes with it. Vincent is the beautiful bartender at the Hotel Katy, a five-star glass and cedar palace on the northernmost tip of Vancouver Island. New York financier Jonathan Alcatis owns the hotel. When he passes her his card with a tip, it's the beginning of their life together. That same day, a hooded figure scrawls a note on the windowed wall of the hotel. Why don't you swallow broken glass? Leon Prevent, a shipping executive for a company called Neptune Avramidis, sees the note from the hotel bar and is shaken to his core. 13 years later, Vincent mysteriously disappears from the deck of a Neptune Avramidis ship. Weaving together the lives of these characters, Emily St. John Mendel's The Glass Hotel moves between the ship, the towers of Manhattan, and the wilderness of remote British Columbia, painting a breathtaking picture of greed and guilt, fantasy and delusion, art and the ghosts of the past. I'll be honest, the synopsis of this was pretty complex because of the names, and it felt like it was twisted a lot. It would have been better if the synopsis was simple and clear, but yeah, I can't judge the book right now. We'll have to read it for that. Another book that I bought was V by Yevgeny Zemyatin, if I'm not wrong. And this is a book translated from Russian and it's written in 1920s. It was written in 1920s. So, it's a science fiction. I do not read it a lot, but the synopsis sounded promising. So, it reads: one state is the perfect society, ruled over by the enlightened benefactor. It is a city made almost entirely of glass, where surveillance is universal and life runs according to the algorithmic rules to ensure perfect happiness. And Chief Engineer D503 is the ideal citizen, at least until he meets I330, who opens his eyes to the new ideas of love, sex, and freedom. A foundational work on dystopian fiction, inspiration for both Orwell's 1984 and Huxley's Brave New World. V is a book of radical imaginings of control and rebellion, surveillance and power, machine intelligence and human inventiveness, sexuality and desire. In this brilliant new translation, it is a world both of warning and hope. The last book that I bought was Orienting by Pallavi Iyer. This also sounded really good. So it reads, globe-trotting journalist Pallavi Iyer moves to Japan and takes an in-depth look at the island country, including its culinary, sanitary, and floral idiosyncrasies. Steering through the many misadventures and adventures that come from learning a new language, imbibing new cultural etiquette, and asking difficult questions about race, Iyer explores why Japan and India find it hard to work together despite sharing a long civilizational history. Part travelogue, part reportage, and peppered with Iyer's trademark humor, orienting answers questions that have long confounded the rest of the world. Tackling both the significant and trivial, here is an Indian's account of Japan that is as thought provoking as it is charming. That's the fourth book. Let me know if you have read any of these books and comment down below how did you like it. That's all for the video. Thank you all for watching and meet you next time. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment. Bye bye.